Knock at the Cabin is a brand new film from M. Night Shyamalan about a family on vacation who are taken hostage by armed strangers who demand that the family make a choice to avert the apocalypse. And the question I had for myself going in was, is this going to be a return to form for M. Night Shyamalan or more of a middle-of-the-road type movie? Let's talk about it. What's up everyone, and welcome back to Jones Vibes. If you're new to my channel, I do movie and television reviews, and I also see dead people. And this was a movie that I've been very much looking forward to. I'm always down for a new M. Night film, and honestly, I just keep kind of hoping that he comes out with another banger. Signs, The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, and Split are all phenomenal films. Signs is probably in my top 10 of all time. That honestly scarred me a bit as a kid. That scene where all the kids are running around at that birthday party and they get that alien walking on camera, he's like... But then there are his movies like The Happening, and sorry, but Lady in the Water. And we can't forget that he butchered the live-action adaptation of my favorite television show of all time, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Surprise. Get that cone out of my face!
I walked out of the theater. Most recently, he had the movie Old, which was good, but it's not that M. Night magic that I was looking for. But spoiler warning, for me, and in my opinion, this was it. I loved this movie. The premise is simple. 4 people hold a family hostage and tell them if they don't make a sacrifice, all of humanity will die. The world will come to an end.
Okay.
And first, I want to talk a little bit about just performances. Dave Bautista was amazing, dude. This guy has done nothing but impress in his performances, and when it comes to drama, I just can't help but be a little taken aback. It's weird, but I'm just like shocked at how good of a dramatic actor he is. And then you have Jonathan Groff, who's another actor who deserves much more recognition than he gets. But him and Ben Aldridge together were fantastic as well. The cuts back and forth through their life were beautiful, but also tragic and eye-opening to the harsh realities of the world. They are a family, and their love is what matters most. Their love for each other and their love for their daughter, Wynn, who was adorable, and whose favorite movie is Kiki's Delivery Service, by the way, which is a big win there. No pun. But besides that, I thought that Nikki Amuka Bird and Abby Quinn both had some raw and heartbreaking moments. Something that M. Night Shyamalan does really well is he'll just hang on a scene. These big chunks of dialogue take a very long time, and instead of shooting from multiple angles, he'll just shoot directly at the actor. It's almost like a stage show or something. And so say what you want about his visual style, you can't deny that it's distinct. But I didn't forget that rounding out this cast is none other than Rupert Grint, who did a solid job and held down a great American accent, to be honest. I was a little bit judgy at first. It's honestly so funny, and I don't know if other people feel like this, but it's so weird seeing him as not Ron Weasley. There are so many actors that have played iconic characters that I can look past, but I watch all 8 Harry Potter movies every single year. That's a lot of time that I spend with Ron Weasley. And so when I see him in something else, it's just hard to be like, that's Ron Weasley right there, you know? But with that being said, the dude killed it. He did a really great job. He has this big main monologue that was incredible. Also, I think my favorite line was when he was like, "Not me, not Leonard, you win." But there are really just a few things that I wanted to highlight with this film. And spoilers if you haven't seen it, but I think that the success of this film comes from there not being a twist. With an M. Night movie, you go in expecting the big curtain pull at the end that smacks you in the face. And so the whole movie, I was trying to piece things together because obviously it's not the actual apocalypse. And us as the viewer are doing the same thing that Andrew is doing. At least I think that's what the script was attempting. It's easy to subconsciously take a side when you hear things like echo chamber and you're listening to this professional Andrew, and then you hear that these people met on a message board. But it actually is just Armageddon. The truth of the movie is that sometimes our objective biases to one another can blind us from acknowledging the truth that is literally right in front of our face. The way that everything is revealed was awesome, and when it all comes around, I think that the biggest emotional resonance for me was just identification of the humanity in these people. It's easy to write them off as crazy because they don't demonstrate the same thoughts or beliefs as in the movie, Andrew. But the people in front of him are just that. They are people with stories and lives and families, and the labels that have been placed on them suddenly vanish when the world is crumbling around them. They decide and take the action to put everyone else first. They were actually trying to save the world. And in the end, this family has to make the ultimate sacrifice as well, just like these four horsemen did. There was one scene that specifically spoke to me. It was when Andrew and Eric were having their final moment, and Andrew still was like, screw the world, man. Nothing matters outside of us, outside of our family. And Eric and him are having this back and forth conversation that was very reminiscent of like the angel and the devil on your shoulder, that type of deal. And it hit me hard because I will say that when you have love in your life, that's all that matters. That's all that you care about. And that's what makes this situation so insanely difficult and also interesting just to examine. Like, what would you do? I don't know. The whole message spoke to me quite a bit because honestly, just as a human being, there are a lot of moments that I selfishly make decisions that benefit myself, and I'm not thinking about the others around me. And I think that maybe what M. Night Shyamalan is trying to say is that we need to try and see the humanity in one another. And I know that that's deep, but it's genuinely just the message that I got from it. But I'm not saying that it was perfect. There were a lot of moments in this film that I kind of rolled my eyes a bit, but I was able to look past it because that message hit me so hard. But yeah, overall, I did really enjoy this film. I'm giving it 3.5 out of 5 stars, no doubt. But what did you think? Please let me know your thoughts down in the comments and feel free to start the conversation. And also, if you enjoyed this content, please give the video a like. But that was Knock at the Cabin. And does this mean that M. Night Shyamalan is back at the top of his game? I guess we'll see.